Hey guys, this is Jared again, coming with you with another video of why you probably bought the wrong bike, especially if you bought a modern bike for cycling around the world. Um, Today's bikes are super sleek and aero, and they have the hidden brake cables, and they look really clean and really nice looking. However, there's a lot of pitfalls to these new bikes that have come out after 2016. I'm going to show them to you. Let's roll the intro. Here are the 4 reasons why modern bikes are probably less than ideal for traveling around. And stick with me after the video. For a bonus, I'll show you some really good affordable bikes online that you can buy. So for traveling around, one of the big things that you don't think about when you want to fly your bike to Europe and you're living maybe in a hostel or whatever you're doing is maintenance and packability. And these modern bikes are absolutely a pain to pack away. And the main reason, so one thing you want to look for is the braking system. So disc brakes, almost all modern bikes have disc brakes. There are no rim brake options. Disc brakes are much harder to deal with. They're much more finicky. It's much harder to align the brakes. And it's also, if you have hydraulic disc brakes, you have to bleed the brakes, and also it just adds more maintenance. Moreover, disc brakes are more expensive, and they may or may not, depending on where you are in the world, they may not be available. For example, if some disc brake rotors and pads don't work together. For example, if you have organic pads and you have disc brake calipers, some of those calipers can only work with organic pads or metallic pads, etc. So if you go to the bike shop, you now have more things that you have to worry about if you break down your bike. Number 2 is our proprietary parts. All these parts, because they want the bike to look clean and super aero, etc. All of the parts are all proprietary. So the seat post is aerodynamic, and everything, and there's sometimes a one-piece handlebar that you have to get. And so yeah, those things look really cool. They look really sleek and really nice. The problem is that when you're on, if any of that breaks, it's going to cost a lot of money. With my bike, and I'll have some pictures up, if I break this seat post from Pinarello costs $399, so it's $400 just for the seat post. If I lose the clamp for the bike, for the seat post, it's $70. So if just going through TSA, if they break that seat post or that clamp is lost, I'll make another video about where to hide the little wedge clamp for the seat post so that it doesn't get lost. But if that thing breaks or gets lost, I'm out of $500. Even if the money doesn't mean anything to you, if you're going to a Grand Fondo of Ride the Alps or something else, and your seat post is broken and you can't find a replacement in time, you may be out of a Grand Fondo. Your bike is just useless. TSA will break your stuff. So for example, when the first time I came to Europe, I had a hard case for my bike that someone donated to the bike shop I was working at, and TSA broke it. They actually broke the hard case. The bike was okay, but they broke the hard case. So if you go out, maybe you have a soft case or a box, they may just break your bike, or break your $900 integrated handlebars, and then if you want to cycle, let's say you only have a week in France, your entire trip has been destroyed. So having a bike that has a standard bar and stem and round seat post, you can just easily replace it very cheaply and easily. The third pitfall are hidden brake cables. When the bike has hidden brake cables, it makes it more difficult to pack away that bike and more expensive. For example, if you want to put your bike on the train, some of the high-speed trains like the TGV and the ICE train, the ICE train in Germany, require you to have that bike in a bag. So you will have to break that bike down, take the stem and handlebars off to get the bike into a bag. And which for me and my bike, it's very easy. It takes just 5 or 10 minutes. With a bike with integrated cables and handlebar, that could take a couple hours. So if you could go out and have a friend do it for you, or have a bike shop do it for you, but every time you break it down, it's going to cost 100 or 550 to 100 bucks. So for example, if you bike around Paris and then you want to take the TGV down to the Alps to Annecy, you're going to have to unpack the bike. That's $50. And another $50 to pack it up so you can put it on the train, and then another $50 $100 to put it to. And finally, the third thing is our electronic drivetrains. There's no doubt that electronic drivetrains really are the best shifting possible, and maybe with lower maintenance. However, if you break it, it's so much more expensive to fix it. And again, back with the proprietary things, if you go to the bike shop may or may not have, depending on where you are, the bike shop may or may not have those cables. If you have Shimano 105, like what I have on my bike, the mechanical 11 speed, it costs $50 or so to replace the derailleur. So if I crash, and generally either the shifters or the rear derailleur are some of the parts that actually break on the bike whenever you crash. So if I crash that, or I bend the derailleur or destroy it, it's only $50. For Shimano 105 Di2, it's around $200, $300 for that derailleur. So, and that's if the bike shop has it. So again, you're back to the same types of problems with proprietary parts. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you'd like to see exactly where I am, I will have a video talking about the best kept secret place for cycling.